Good morning, students. Yesterday we discussed about backtracking. In that, we discussed about sum of subset problem. Yesterday, some due to power cut, we some of the class are missing in yesterday class. So I am repeating the topic. Only 90 people are joined. I'm waiting for other people to join. Okay, just to see previous yesterday topics. All of you understand about how we construct the state space tree? I think it's clear, all of you. So here the graph coloring problem is here we have to color the nodes in the graph with different colors. But here we have condition is that no two SN nodes have the same color. That is our constraint here. Okay, no two SN nodes have the same color. Okay, so here in this what is the chromatic number for this graph is chromatic number is nothing but the number of colors we need to choose in this graph. We call it as a chromatic number. So see here M colorability optimization problem. Here ask the smallest integer m. M is nothing but the color, number of colors for which the graph is to be colored. So which colors we have to be add to that graph, that is called as a chromatic number. So for this graph, yesterday I already told you this. So for this graph, I need only two colors. One is red and another one is blue. One color is red and another one is blue. Here red, here blue. So here there is no two SN have the same color. So here this is our the graph coloring problem. In this we have to solve the problem. For this graph we need a chromatic number is 4 colors: red, black, green, yellow. Why I am told that they need 4 colors? See here, first I write red color here, then I write black. Then here I cannot represent either red or black because the SN vector, one of the SN vectors is red and one another SN vector is black. So I can represent with green. And see here, these three SN vectors are different colors. So I have to choose another color, that is yellow. So this is called it as a chromatic number. Okay, clear students? Anybody has any queries? Okay. If you have any doubt, just ping me, write your message in chat box. So today we completed our 5th unit. So see here M coloring. So first, what are the M coloring means to determine all different ways in which a given graph can be colored. So you have to, already I told you different ways you have to choose that no two SN vectors have the same color. You have to choose the determine all different ways. Okay. So suppose we represent a graph by its Boolean SN matrix. One is G of 1 is to n, 1 is to n means here in this example, one here is there and another one is 2 is there is a path exist. Then you have to check the SN colors. Otherwise, if there is no path, you don't need to check this SN colors. Okay. That is called as G of 1:1. So yesterday I told you this is the graph with three colors of nodes with three. These are this is no restrictions here. Here we cannot use any constraint here. Just number of possibilities I draw here. I am taken in the first node red color, and the second node also red color, and third node also red color. So this is not our constraint. Just I draw the n power n possible ways to color the three nodes. This is the diagram here. Okay, so see here in this I use only three colors. So I construct the I cannot consider the here I consider the constraint here. So what is our constraint here? Node 2 nodes have the stone adjacent nodes have the same color. So by using constraint I draw this diagram. So is it clear, students? Visible? See here I am choosing red, green, blue. Three colors I am taken here. Only three colors: red, green, blue. Okay, first I choose red color. Then for second node, practice a color green. Then I choose red. Okay, then I choose here. I cannot choose red. I can choose either green or blue. So that's why I draw here. For node pattern, you can green or blue. Okay, I am taking green here. This is one solution. There is a number of solutions is there for this problem. Okay, this is by using backtracking we construct the tree, we construct the state space tree for the solution for this graph. Okay, in another ways here I am taking first node as red, and in another case I am choosing the third node as here previously red. Now I will choose green. Now here I can choose blue. And another solution is there. See here when red, then I am considering it green. Now considering it as blue color. See here this one blue. Then this one is red, and this one is green or blue. So these are the number of solutions. That's why I draw this state space tree for the solution for this graph. Clear, students? So far clear? So see here, this is the diagram I draw here. So I have total 5 nodes are there. Okay, here I can choose only 3 colors: red, black, green. Okay, so here in first time I am choosing red color for first node. I am choosing red color here. Okay, just see I am explaining this with the algorithm. Any doubt? Okay, just any doubt, ping me a message. Here then first node I am considering as red. Then we have different nodes are there. One is 2, then 3 and 4. Okay, so next I am considering node 2. Okay, node 2, here node 2, and here node 2, here node 3. Okay, so we have different colors are there. So just see here, in this I am present. In this I am representing in 2 marks means here I choose the red color. So is the red color is or is it adjacent vertex are have both colors are same, so we cannot consider the red color. So I here bounding function occur, so I cannot move forward. Then I choose vertex B with different color. That is, this is not possible. That is, I choose next one with a vertex 2 with B color. Okay, so next B has next vertex 2 has three vertices, that is one is 3 and another one is 4. Okay, one vertex is 3, another vertex is 4. So next time move to the vertex 3. So I choose 3 colors here. First I choose the red color. So the here adjacent vertex is red, so I cannot consider this color. And if you want move, if I go for the black color, so it is also adjacent vertex is black, so I cannot consider. Next time move to the next color, that is green, so it is okay. So next I choose green. So here x3 has choose green. Then x3 has the vertex is 5 here. Okay, x3 has the vertex 5, and what can do is I move to the next vertex 5. Okay, so if I am coloring this this here, if you just try all the colors first, now you will take it as niche green. So if we consider vertex with vertex 3 has green color, then you can move with black or red, because these two are possible here. So coming to the algorithm, in this way you have to see the algorithm, you can understand clearly. So the concept is clear, students. You just try all colors. If the bounding function action, next you neglect. Okay, because you don't know which color the adjacent vertex is there, so you have to try all the colors. So for this purpose, I am considering this example, this algorithms here. M coloring. Okay, repeat here. We are taking any while loop. Okay, then it call the next value. Next value is nothing but we have to assign the color. So first we have to take red. So first we have to take first node, that is 1. So here we are considering assigning color 1. So if x here k, see here, here what is the k here in this k is the index of the next vertex to color. Okay, here k is the index of the next vertex to color. Index means here we are considering these elements in an array, so we are considering the index of that node. Okay, so here if x of k equal to 0, then return. So what is x of k equal to 0 means? What does it mean if x of k equal to 0? So if x of k equal to 0, what you have to represent there? Okay, so see here, if x of g equal to 0 means, then return no color is possible means if x value is 5. So the 5 equal to 5 means we color the all the nodes in the given graph. So if x equal to 0 means there are no color possible. Okay, so because the adjacent vertex is any color you have to choose, but it is not possible, then you can return this statement. If no color is possible to draw that node, then if the x equal to 0, then return. So it returns the 0 value. That means that here no color is possible. Okay, so if x equal to n, so we have three colors. So first you have to k equal to 1 means you have to choose one color, and k equal to 2 you have to choose two second color, and k equal to 3 you have to choose third color. Then number of edges is 3. So 3 equal to 3 means you just colored all the colors to the given graph. Then just print the statement here. That is this line. Okay, clear? This line indicates if you m colors are used to color n, so just print the graph. Okay. Else, if you are not color, then call the function again. So you call this function. Okay. So first it go to next value of k. So what is next value of k? See here, this is one function which calls the next highest color. So first I am considering in previous example. So I am considering first one with red color. Okay. So xk means 1. Okay. X of k plus 1 means 1 plus 1, 2. So 2 mod m means the number of colors are here. M is the next highest color here. So m plus 1 means total colors we taken as 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 2 mod 4 is 2 only. Okay. So here in this it x assigns the next highest value. It assigns the next highest color for the graph. Okay. If x equal to 0, all colors are used here. If x equal to 0, then return means all colors we are using. Otherwise, you have to check 1 to n. So you have to check the if x equal to 0 means no such color exists. For mapping that we have choose that no such color exists, then return. Or all colors are used for this line. For this line means all colors are used and no color to exist. See here, if j equal to 1 to n do, so here we have to taken a loop for considering all vertices in the graph. So here we are considering first one. Here first considering root first node 1, and the adjacent node vertex is here. If the adjacent color is different, so I am considering one node and the second node. First you have to check is there is path. Yes, not equal to 0 means is there is a path or not. Yes, there is a path. Then check the color of x of and j. So this is red and this is black. So check if adjacent color is different as different. Then come. Okay. Then come. Then you have to new color is found and then added there. So if j equal to n plus 1 means you have to color the new color to that one. Okay. So if I am considering red, so here this condition false. It will not check. So every time it will check if the Hessian matrix is check if Hessian color is different or not. So if I choose one color, so I am choosing red. So this is not found. So come out of the loop and it will add new color, that is black. It will add. Okay. Then it will check the condition. If it is true, then it will add the new color. Okay. So in this way, this algorithm will work. So first you have to check the highest color here. Okay, highest color is nothing but in order we are considering red, black. We are considering red, black, green. 1, 2, 3. So first is consider color 1. Okay. So then it will choose the next highest color. So it will check the condition here. Okay, students, clear algorithm or any doubt? So is it clear? CPU. Okay, so where we use this, we use in making timetable or pseudocode, or we use in map coloring and job allocation in CPU. Okay, next we move to the next one is Hamilton circuit. Last topic in 15 is Hamiltonian cycle. So here Hamiltonian cycle is a graph theory problem where the graph cycle through a graph can visit each node only once. Okay, so what is that means? Here Hamilton cycle or circuit is a Hamilton path such that there is an edge from the last vertex of the path to the first vertex. So here Hamilton path is a path in a graph that vertex, each vertex exact that visits each vertex exactly once. So here the cycle started here. Okay, then visit here, then visit, uh, then visit, then visit, then visit, then visit. So here it can visit all. No, no, we are missing here G. So here you visit. Remove this. Visit. So this is the graph for the visit. So here no two SN vertices are here. We are not visiting vertex. We cannot visit twice. So we have to visit only once. So this is my path here. So this is one cycle. So I visit only each vertex at once only. I start here, I end here. So Hamilton path is a path in a graph that visit each vertex exactly once. So here condition is the cycle started with a starting node. So we have started here A and visit all the nodes in the graph and stop at the starting point. So start here and this is our problem. So the condition is we have to choose compulsory identify the starting node. Then you have to travel the graph and again we come to the starting node. So here we have to find how many cycles are there in the graph. That is our Hamiltonian cycle. So this is the graph. So this is my already I told you. So then check the starting node. So if there is any edge to the next node, then algorithm will check that node for edge to the next node. And it also check if the node is visited twice by previous node. If there is any, then algorithm will ignore once, choose the optimal, nothing but you have to move backward. Okay. So see, this is the algorithm. I will explain algorithm. This is same as the previously we discussed about graph coloring algorithm. The same algorithm we are using here. Some changes there. So this is here. This is one graph. So these are three cycles first here. I start here 1, then 2, then 3, then 5, then 6, 4, 1. This is one graph. Then I move to 1, 4, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. This is another graph. I move 1, so 3, 2, 5, 6, 4, 1. So here this is the Hamiltonian cycle because it has three cycles in this graph. See here G2, here we start here 1, 4, 3, 2, but we cannot visit 5, 6 because we can visit 5, 6 only if you visit the what's your problem in graph coloring problem, graph coloring algorithm here? Why 1, 3, 4 is in G1. 1, 3, 4. You may consider 1, 3, 4 is not graph. No, you have in this you have to condition is that you have to visit all the vertex in the graph. Not cycle. The 1, 3, 4 is a cycle, but the condition is you have to visit all the vertex and it become the cycle. Okay. You have to visit all the vertex in the graph. So 1, 3, 4 only 3 vertex, but here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertex are there. So you have to visit 6 vertex and it is a cycle. Okay, so see here in this graph G2, we have to visit 5, 6, but you have to visit 4 twice. So this is we call it as an articulation point. So here there is no Hamilton cycle present here, because if you want to visit 5 and 6, so 1, 4, 5, 6, then we come to backtrack to 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. So here we are visiting the 4 twice. So this we call it as the articulation point. So this graph is not a Hamilton. In this graph there is no Hamilton cycle present. Okay. So coming to G3, here, see here in this example, we have the vertex 5. So we cannot here see here. See here, no Hamilton cycle is present because here 5 to there is no connection to the remaining vertices. So this type we call it as a pendant vertex. Here 5 we call it as a pendant vertex. This is articulation point because this is the junction here. So we call it as a articulation point. Here there is no connection to the remaining vertex. So we call it as a pendant vertex. So we call it as a pendant vertex. Clear, students? So this is the Hamilton cycle. So now we have to identify the problem here. If you can't understand the in previous I already told you k is the position of that index here. K equal to 1 means first one, k equal to 2. The same algorithm we are using and some change here. Okay. So I am considering this graph. Okay, I am explaining this algorithm. Okay. So far clear, students? So see here, algorithm Hamilton cycle, repeat next value of k. See here, let's start the cycle. I am choosing initially the array contains all 0 nodes here. So I am considering all is 0. So the array contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Initially I am taking. So I am considering, I am already told you, you have to choose the first vertex here. So I am considering the first vertex. Here 1. So I am considering k equal to 1. The vertex is 1. So here k value is 1. So the vertex is 1. In previously, I am k value is 0, then return means there is no value find or no color, no node is found. So it come out of the loop. Then if when I give the k value equal to 1, then it call this function k. Okay. So this algorithm just see here, applying the function k equal to 1, then x I consider one node. So see here, then what can I do? Here is x of k equal to 1, then k plus 1 mod 2. Just these two see here. If k equal to 0 means then you just return means there is no edge. Okay. If k equal to n means you have to visit all the vertex and coming to the final solution, then you print here. Okay, just consider this one. See here, I place the algorithm here. See here, for apply this function, initial I am taking x value as 0. If x of k, initial k is 0, then the index for this is 0. One index 0, so contains, so x equal to 0, then return true. So then return the value is true here. Okay. So if x equal to 1, see here x of k is 1. So k plus 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 mod n. N is the number of vertices in the graph, that is, okay. So what are the number of vertices is 5, 5 plus 1, 6. So 2 mod 6 is 2. So now I consider k equal to second index. Okay. Next I move to the k equal to 2. So x of 2 equal to 2 here. So now I place the vertex here 2. So initially it will 0. Okay, move. Now I consider the condition. Then I check the condition 2. So x of 2 equal to 2. Now I store the value here. Previously I store the value 0. Now I store the value is 2. Okay. Okay, clear? Then, so if there is an edge, so then you have to check this condition. If there is an edge, yes, that's 1 to 2, there is an edge. Same from vertex to 2, there is an edge. So if there exists an edge, then fix the value of 2. Okay. Then I store the value is 2 here. Okay, just what I mean is, first you have to take the k value is 1. Okay, store the value in the vertex. Then I have consider the next value here. So next value is 2. Then I consider 2 plus 1, 2 mod is 6. So index k equal to 2, index 2, and x value is 2. Then you have to check if you want to store this value here in this array. Then you have to check is there is path from 1 to 2. Yes, there is a path from 1 to 2. Then you have to store the value in the vertex here. Okay. Then I store the value 2 here. Next, again, the k value is 2 here. Now you have to x value is 2. Then your x value is 2. Then k value is 2. Then increment x and k by 1. So what the value is 3. So x equal to 3. Okay, see here x equal to 3 and key index is 3. So in third position I have to store the value. So then you have to check the condition is there is a path from 1 to 3. Yes, there is a path from 1 to, sorry. Next I consider the vertex 2. So 1 consider, then check, then so here first get the value 1 is already exists x of 1. Then initially we are considering 2. So what does it mean here? Before just to see, I forgot one point that first I choose the one vertex. Then another. So here we have here two possible cases is there. First you have to choose vertex 1. Is there is a path S. Okay, is there is a path here. First get the value 1. So first one, but it already exists. So check the condition. 1 is already exists. So neglect. Then initially 2 also exists. Here 2 also exists. Then it move to the point 3. Here every time you have to check every node. Okay, if you want to here if you want to store the vertex, so if you have to check the 1, So 1 is there in the exist. So as if 1 is exist, then come out of the loop. Then you increment 2. The 2 is exist. Okay, come out of the loop. Every time you have to check. Okay. So here, if you here x value is 3, before that you have to check here. Okay, okay, don't share the screen. Okay, sorry. See here, students. So here, just see, I am repeating. If x value we are considering 1, that is starting vertex 1. Okay, then you have to check the condition. If x equal to 1, then x plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then 2 mod 6 is 2. Then you have to check is there is an adjacent vertex is there or not. Is there edge? Yes, edge. Then you have to store here. Okay. Then you move to the third vertex. Here, just you have to check if 1 is possible, 1. Okay, you have to check for 1. So, if check for 1 is already visited here, so you cannot consider there. Then you move to the second vertex. Okay, next we move to the second vertex. So vertex 2. So it is also exist there. Then we move to the 3. After we move to the third vertex, then you have to choose is there is a path from 2 to 3. Okay, is there a path from 2 to 3? No, there is no path from 2 to 3. So it does not exist. So you again backtracking. So you have to consider backtrack. Is there an edge from 2? Yes, 2 to 4 is there. So you have to consider 4. Then you have to consider is there is path from 2 to 4. Yes, there is a path. Then you have to store 4 here. Okay. See here, initially 2 also exists. Next check 3. Check if there is an edge from 2 to 3. So there is no edge. So it does not exist. Now take the next value. The next value is 4 here. When considering 4, there is a path from 2 to 4. Yes, there is a path from 2 to 4. Then you consider that the x of 3 is 4. Next consider. Next we have to move to this vertex. Okay. So here in this vertex, now see here in this vertex, now we try consider again same case. 1 we are taking here. Here exist, 2 exist, 3 not exist. Then you have to consider the path from 4 to 3 is there. Yes, there is a path. Then you have to store here. Then you move to the 5. So then k equal to 5. So 5 we have to consider from 3 to 5. There is a before 5 we have to consider all the values 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 will exist. Then we consider 5. Then you have to consider if there is a path from 3 to 5 or there is a path. So then exist. Then what is the k value is 5. So see here condition is there. See here if k is 5, okay, if k less than 5 or k equal to n, then you have to condition that thus there is a path from that node to the starting node. So that is if there is a path 5 equal to 5, then there is exist an edge from 5 to the 1. So there is a no exist from 5 to 1. So then now return true. Then the output is here. So it is 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 3, 3 to 5, and again 5 to 1. So there is a cycle here. So this is Hamilton cycle. Okay, clear students? So see here, if x equal to then return means there is no path or no adjacent vertex is useful. Okay, then return. Otherwise, if you consider there is a path is there. So what does it mean? What does this line represents? Is there is an adjacent vertex is there. Okay, is there an adjacent vertex is there? Yes, then 1 to 2, then I equal to k, then break. Okay, if the condition true, then if if x of j equal to x of k, then break. Okay, so this is for the condition the adjacent vertex is connected or not. If there is a path is there or not, then there is a path, then you store the vertex into there. Okay, okay students. Any doubt? Okay, so far clear. So in this way, this condition indicates that if the last vertex we reached x equal to 1, x equal to 5, k equal to n equal, then there is a path from last vertex to the adjacent vertex. You have to choose it. Then you have to identify if there is a path, then you return. Okay. So in this way, you have to perform the Hamilton cycle. So far clear students. So this is the end of the 5th unit. Yes, every time you have to check the all vertices. So every time you have to check the all vertices. Why? Because we are not considering duplicate is there. See here, if x of j equal to x of k means then there is a same number repeat then break. So you have to check every time is it the number is repeating or not. So you have to visit each vertex only once. So that's why you have to check every time is the number is repeated or not. Okay. So this is the example. You just see this example. You can see the example and you can try this algorithm by using this algorithm, this example. You can clearly understand what is the Hamilton cycle. Okay, students, just trace this algorithm by using this example. You clearly understand what you have to do. The steps you follow is you can understand clearly. So here if x equal to t, if there is exist, no. Exist only it will do here. Otherwise it come out of the loop. Okay. Clear, students? So if the edge is more than once, so if the edge is more than once, say if the more than once means here you told that for example 1 to 2 or 2 to 1 is there is a condition is there. You already visited that vertex. Why you are considering that vertex again? Okay. So just clear to clear. So here there is a vertex edge is there. Okay. So from 4 to 2 also there is a wedge is there. So if you already visited one, we are not considering this vertex. So if there is any duplicate edge is also there, we already visited, we cannot consider that edge. So that's why we are considering the algorithm. We are checking is there. If there is an edge is there, then you have to check the path. Ascent vertex is one is here visiting two path is there, but you already visited that vertex. Then you cannot consider that. Here that's why consider break here. Okay, so this is the end of our 5th unit, and tomorrow we will discuss. Tomorrow we will start our last unit, 6th unit. Okay, is it clear, students? Our doubt is clear. 63. Okay, today end the session, and tomorrow we will start our new unit, that is 6th unit. Okay, thank you.